What we do here is go back, 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 back.
A makeshift memorial outside the apartment where police say an Atlanta mother killed her two young sons by cooking them alive in the oven. Lamora Williams is charged with murdering her 1- and 2-year-old boys. Authorities say the mother placed the toddlers in the oven and turned it on, then called the father of the children to show him video of the gruesome scene. When investigators arrived, the toddlers had burns on their bodies. Family members, including Williams' sister and mother, say she struggled with mental illness most of her life.
She had issues. I did tell DFACS everything because I wanted for them to either to give me the kids or get the kids out of her possession.
Williams is charged with 2 counts of murder and cruelty to children in the first degree.
Hey guys, and welcome back. As you can see, this is a devastating story about a young woman who put her children in the oven and turned the stove on and killed the poor little children, the 2 toddlers. They had burns on their bodies when they responded to the scene at the Oakland City West End apartments in Atlanta. The woman's mother stated that she reported to DFACS, I guess Child Support Services, at one point in time once her father died. And I did tell them everything because I either wanted them to give me the kids or get the kids out of her possession. Because at one time I thought she was just going nuts, not feeding them, the toddler's grandmother said. Lamora Williams' family said she struggled most of her life with mental illness and may have been dealing with postpartum at the time of the incident. It's a tragedy which her sister thinks could have been prevented. She had issues, and the fact that the state failed her, that's a problem. Plus, families say the writing was on the wall. She routinely left her children home alone and had even attempted to cut her wrists. She was a slow learner. I had to pull her out of school and do homeschool. Okay. Her mother said she would do little simple things like cut herself, cut my other daughter, and she would cut her dolls' heads off. You know, we see stuff like this in horror movies, but in my family, my 2 littlest grandkids are gone because of what my daughter did. I might need to get help. This is hard. This is sad. It is sad, but here's my take. And, I want to hear from you as well. In families, people of color, that's all I can tell you about is people of color. That's the only people that I've been around who've had problems like this. We don't take mental illness seriously. I said it, yep, and I mean it. We don't take it seriously. If our child comes home shot, or if they're physically ill, throwing up continuously, something like that, we'll rush and take them to the ER or to a doctor to see about their physical symptoms, but mental symptoms, we kind of, just, they kind of brush it off. They might say, well, she's not wrapped tight, or, she crazy, you know, and that's not good enough. We can't sit back and, like her mother was saying, she did all these things, cut off dolls. I mean, and she was saying that she was telling um children services. I mean, but your daughter. If you know she was this ill and what she was doing, I mean, guys, we've got to take hold of mental illness, because I worked with mental health, and I know, you know they give excuses for these. Oh, well, she's always been different. Oh, or something wrong with her, but she okay. No, you need to treat mental illness just like you would a physical illness, just like diabetes or high blood pressure. You'll go see about that. And if you'll check your blood pressure, and if it's high, you'll go see about that to get it regulated. So, you mean to tell me that you knew your daughter wasn't right? She suffered from mental illness all her life, and you telling me you couldn't do anything? I mean, come on. You could have taken your daughter if you would have to call the police to come get her and take her to um a behavior center, or to the ER. I mean, just like you take someone to the ER for a cut or any other illness, even with mental illness, you can take them to the ER. And if that they will do a mental evaluation. If they feel like they are in harm's way of hurting themselves or others, then if they don't have a behavior center there at that hospital, they will transport the person wherever they have to go. I mean, you can't tell me that you just allowed your daughter to keep these children and not take the children, because if my daughter or son um, was exhibiting issues of unstableness, or that I thought that she would hurt herself or others, I'm taking those children, and I'm getting someone out there to take her wherever she has to go, whether it's a mental institution, whether, you know, lock up, psychiatric hospital, wherever, they're going to get help and monitor them and taking their meds and everything, because as as the mother said, this could have been avoided, and it could have been. But you just can't sit there and just call child services and say, well, she's doing this, well, she's doing that, give me the children. No, 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 you have to go beyond that. And there's so many avenues that you can go uh, with mental illness. There's clinics, there's behavior centers, there's inpatient. It's so much out there. Uh, but we've got to get a hold to mental illness and stop making excuses. And just like when I was in the mental health medical field, I would hear this all the time. Well, she was fine until she hit her head, or someone put something in her drink, or someone put a curse on her, someone hoodooed or voodooed or something, and we don't take it seriously. We just think you know I mean, mental illness can happen anytime in one's life. Even a stressful event in one's life, such as having a child, can cause mental illness. Postpartum depression. Yes, depression is mental illness. If you can't get a hold of depression, then you need to talk with someone. You need to get medical help. Anxiety, um, uh, paranoid schizophrenia, it can happen in anyone's life. You know, we just have to do more in our communities about mental health and take it serious, and take it as serious as we do any other illness, and so that we can prevent helpless children dying in the hands of someone who shouldn't even been over them, who couldn't protect them from themselves. No. Well, I'm always listening to you. Would love to hear your comments. I appreciate you listening, and hope you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, in parting, be blessed, y'all. Bye.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Oh.